Hey, it's your boy Fama DAC. This is Media from the Streets. Today is March 8th. God bless everybody in the world. Got my sister Kween in the building.
Absolutely, absolutely.
What's up, Kween?
Honored to be here. This is the very first podcast link up. We call it a link up because we are inviting other influencers and other hosts to come join us with a purpose.
That's true.
Not just join us for anything. You know, a lot of these podcasts, we talking about a whole bunch of bullshit, but we really want to bring purpose into everything.
Facts.
So I'm honored to be sitting here with you. Actually,
likewise.
You're the CEO of Media from the Streets.
We in the building.
I think he just realized that today.
We in the building. We definitely making.
I think he just realized he's the CEO. That's how
Purpose.
Yeah, that's how much we move in the spirit when we work.
That's true.
But I definitely want us to open up with asking a few important questions. First of all, I feel like the people need to know what inspired Media from the Streets.
What inspired it, and really just me being in the world, just loving to take pictures, loving to record everything that I feel like that's we're gonna want to see later on in the world, you know. But that was just something in that world. But now I feel like it's a purpose for it, because Media from the Streets, we could throw it any kind of way with the purpose in the streets, the purpose in the. I'm a coach. I'm a soccer coach, so that's where I feel like the media streets, I will be able to focus on that part. I feel like that's where actually I'm inspired in that part.
Being a coach, that kind of goes hand in hand with saying, hey, that's what inspires you to kind of move in community.
That's true.
But what I'm getting from you is that Media from the Streets is another outlet to touch people in a different way.
The people who are in the streets are the artists.
Absolutely.
And what they bring to the streets. And how they bring it to the streets. Yeah. So that's me. That's how I feel about it. How it came about. CEO, but it's the community.
Yeah, you definitely the CEO. So I'm gonna always give you your flowers for that.
For sure.
Thank you so much for everything that you do in the community. It's not a lot of people who move like that at all, and bringing us here to
likewise. Nah.
Hey, bringing us all together.
Hold on, Kween. What's inspiring Kween to do that? Bringing Kween together.
Let's talk about how we met. First of all, let's take it back. So look, we got the inspiration behind Media from the Streets, but now it's me and you sitting here. Yeah. Like, can you remember when we met? let's tell the people.
Let me see. Okay, so I remember you as an artist, because I'm under Hustle Time Network. I shout out to Hustle Time Network. That's like the start of a lot of things that I've actually put in my heart and my grind into right now too in these past couple of years.
Definitely.
It's becoming strong.
Hustle Town Network for real. Like
Tex, shout out to my boy Tex. That's family. But that's why I feel like I seen you as an artist, Kween, but I actually went out and just went in because I'm community, and I seen that you had community in you. So I figured out that, hey, I think that's where.
Yeah, cool person to work with.
I had to.
For sure. For sure. I remember seeing you at a few events. Always seeing you active. I didn't know who you were yet, but I knew your face. You were very present, very consistent. And then one day we finally did business, and you booked me for your birthday.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's what it was.
I feel like that was our very first.
It was cool.
Business encounter.
It was cool,
and it was a great event.
It was a great event, and I had everybody come, and shout out to everybody who did come out and perform, because it was an amazing night.
Yes, my girl Lopez pulled up.
Everybody showed up. Shout out to the team, the squad.
Yeah. Y'all was doing y'all thing.
That's amazing, huh?
That was for your birthday.
That was my birthday.
Yeah, y'all definitely did y'all thing. So that was about a year ago.
And hey, I like to work fast. I like to do things a little quick. Hey, let's make it happen. And I seen the grind that you had too, because I seen you as a promoter too. I seen you doing your thing with Forever Faded.
Oh man, yes, definitely. We definitely wear many hats.
Yeah, for sure.
Like so many people in the streets do. Yeah. Third, before we start introducing everybody else.
For sure. Man, shout out to everybody.
I wanted to talk about what it is that you do to make a difference in the street per se. I feel like we're creating this platform. This is a Hustle Town Network, Exotic Pop, Audible Studios, and Media from the Streets platform where we come together and we cross promote as brands, and we bring all of our audience together to bring and deliver a message, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Now we could do anything we want with that in the world, but the first thing we thought about was, what is it that we are missing in the streets? What is it that people and influencers are using their platforms for? Really?
Man, hold up.
And if they don't have nothing to use it for, let's give it to them. So we're not going to challenge other people without talking about what it is that we do to make a difference in the street. So I wanted you to kind of go through and tell everybody what it is that you do to make a difference in the streets.
I'm gonna keep it simple too. Like I said, I'm gonna start off with being a coach. Coach is the main thing that I figure that's made an impact in the streets and in the homes of kids that I've watched grow up.
Right.
They're all either in high school. I started coaching them when they were all elementary. Kween.
Man.
Now they're all in high school and college right now. So that's
making differences in lives.
That did it. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
And like I said, right now I work and I'm putting my own program, my own. I want to become a vendor in HISD.
Okay.
HISD holler at me because they know me.
Yeah.
They know I've done a lot of work for them. I've supported them to the fullest.
Yeah.
Before our own, So, it's that first, and the music, it comes to the point where, like I said, everybody has a voice coming from every home, and it starts in the community, and we all have neighbors.
Right.
You're supposed to treat your neighbors.
And I love how your whole motto is giving the youth an option.
For sure.
Options that maybe you didn't have or we didn't have when we were younger.
That's true.
And that's kind of the best way that you can feed the youth is just by saying, hey, what are those things? If we had these opportunities to do this, we would have taken them.
That's true.
So the best thing we could do is just offer that to the youth to go in, touch. So, man, hats off to you for really being involved with the youth, because when I say hands-on, hands-on. And the first community event you brought me in on was a back-to-school one.
It was.
That
you're right.
event turned out amazing.
We definitely did our thing. The community came through. They loved it. And I love bringing it back to my community because, like I say it, and I'm gonna keep saying that I do get jealous when I do go to other communities, and all these communities have everything that my community don't have.
All the resources,
everything
that we need,
that we do need.
Know our babies need.
Come on.
Yeah.
But Kween, what inspired Kween to become the community activist that you are right now?
That's literally what I was just thinking about and what brought us together.
Okay.
So when you did invite me in the community, I was able to let you know kind of what my plans are in the community. And so what I like about it is we work hand in hand in those ways that we want to volunteer. Yeah. So if he has something going on in the community, he invites me, I jump in, we go in, and vice versa.
That's true.
This per se was a back to school event, but my personal nonprofit that I'm building is called Family Court Mentors.
There you go. That's what I was waiting for.
Yeah, Family Court Mentors. That is an up and coming nonprofit organization, and it's basically going to be put in place for families who may not be able to afford or don't have the resources to afford maybe an attorney to educate them on certain things when it comes to family court. I think that's a subject that so many families are affected by, but nobody talks about. So we kind of want to build those resources to give people the information that they're looking for when it comes to that. Let them know what their rights are, where they stand in certain situations, even resources as far as maybe counseling.
Exactly.
If you're going through a really crazy family court case, it can be very traumatizing. It can be very mentally draining and stressful. So there's a lot of things people don't know, like courtroom etiquette. Y'all be showing up in court any kind of way. Like, I don't like it. Like, you know, but if you know better, you do better. So we basically just want to talk about all of these things, but most importantly, bringing awareness to parental alienation, because so many parents are affected and torn apart from their children, and nobody is talking about it because they're embarrassed. And then also co-parenting awareness. Let's talk about it.
believe that.
Let's motivate our families to co-parent, to work together instead of against each other. And I think if a lot of people were educated in this, they treat each other a little bit better, because nobody wins when the family feuds. Okay?
Yeah, that's true. Oh my God.
But yeah, that's just a little bit about how I, make a difference.
That's dope. Now,
choose to make a difference in the streets. That's one of the things.
I already know, because you're strong. I've seen it when I met you, and when I seen you in the streets. Hey, in the streets at events that we had our hearts put into first.
Big step in.
Even when we started collabing, we learned what collaboration does to a team,
right?
Person itself.
Right, and then when we came together, we both said that we realized that everybody around us in the industry really just wants a voice.
Exactly.
And we both vouched that we were going to do our part in giving people a voice, the voice that they're looking for.
So that's where we at?
That's where we're at right here today. We're getting ready to bust down some interviews by some influencers that have come and are making a difference in the streets and are very intentional with their craft. We've brought in all of the businesses and brands that we've built relationships with for years, and we are cross-promoting. Shout out Hustletown Network. Shout out Exotic Pop. And shout out Audible Studios. The three of you guys embracing media from the streets and allowing us to cross promote with all of our audience. It's amazing. And so we got to give them a purpose, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So you guys stay tuned. We're going to be introducing some more artists. And if it's you who wants to share your story, or if it's you who wants to contribute in some kind of way, y'all get at us. You know where we're at. Media from the streets.
Here we go.
Let's get it.
Let's make it happen.